Welcome, fire signs, to the quantum frequency for divination. I am the Divine Mystic. Today is May the 22nd, 2019, and I'm conducting a daily twin flame reading for the astrological sign of fire, you guys. So, off screen, I've gone ahead and I've pulled a pile of cards for the masculine, okay, which today has the white stone, generally indicating to me, you guys, the masculine is in need of a little bit more love or a little bit more encouragement here, because I do have some cards that are kind of discerning about that, okay. And I do have here a pile for the feminine, okay, whose energy seem to be flowing just a little bit more smoother, okay. Kind of putting things all together here a little bit, and sort of the cards are sort of free flying as opposed to a little bit of a jumbled mess. So the masculine right now is kind of all over the place. Okay, so you guys, I'm going to go ahead and pull out these cards and lay them out here for you guys, and then we'll continue with the reading. Okay, here we have it, guys. Okay, so up here in the heart of the reading, okay, I have reconciliation and attraction. So someone from your past life is returning to you, and you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully, okay. This is two people here who genuinely love each other, okay, who want to get back together. You guys, the Judgment card is here indicating a second chance, okay, with the Ace of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, okay. So it's kind of like, okay, I want to speak my truth. I want a stable life with you. And I want kind of a second chance with you here. I want a second chance to kind of explain myself a little bit here, okay, is what this is kind of saying. When I lean towards love, I'm led, right? So again, there's a pull towards these two, okay, and a really deep love for each other, okay? But there's a few things that are kind of happening here, which is throwing things off a little bit. So I have on the feminine side deception. Someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. So feminine, it's possible that you've deceived your masculine in some way, shape, or form here. Okay, I also get the sensation from this card, you feel deceived, okay, because I have, it's safe for you to love and religious factors, indicating to me, you guys, that like, okay, you have a certain standard that you want to live by, okay, and that this person didn't meet that standard, despite the love and the attraction that you feel for this person. Okay, they didn't meet that standard by some means. Okay, and now we're trying to heal from this because we have healing family issues. Okay, so as much as you guys like are working on your past and healing those energies within inside you as well. Okay, you're working on healing this energy from this connection. Okay, because I do get the sensation here right now on the masculine side. I have attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help, okay? Indicating to me that there's a separation here, there's a disconnection from this, okay? And it's just kind of, it's kind of sad, right? Because over here I have like the star and the lovers, right? So like star-crossed lovers for sure here, but this is like a destined, like a fated meeting, a fated union between the two of these people, okay? And trying to bring that back together. I think the issue right now, okay, because I have transformation, things are changing on a cellular level, deep healing, okay? This is on the masculine side, okay? So he's changing his ways, he's changing how he goes about life, okay? Because I have free yourself and unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives, and it's time to take back control of your life. Okay, so freeing myself from toxic energy here is what I'm seeing in these two cards. Okay, and saying no when necessary here. Okay, because the no card is over here on the masculine side, and I have a sensation here, you guys, that he's had a hard time saying no in the past. And the reason why I'm saying that here, because I have this flirt card and this pay attention to the red flags. Okay, like it's almost as if like this attention is like the attention sticking out, right? Like he'll take the attention, the flirtatious energy, okay, but he's starting to say no to that is what I'm saying. Is that okay? No, I don't want that, right? I want my soulmate. Yes, this is my soulmate, right? And the masculine sitting here thinking about this feminine, okay, in this age of light, you've been training for this for lifetimes. So he's trying to kind of build up the courage, or he's trying to build up what he believes he needs to come forward with this. Now, you guys, this hasn't been easy, okay? Because I do get the sensation, you guys, with this pay attention to the red flag and this flirt card, okay, is that, like, it often comes available to him. It's almost as if, okay, I'm shutting it out, and here it is, like temptation is coming towards me, okay? So what we end up with here is I have the King of Swords with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, okay? indicating to me that you guys, like, he really wants to do this, he really wants to come forward, but he's having a really hard time making this decision, okay? He's not sitting in his power per se, and he's really trying, because I have the Knight of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles, okay? Leading me up here to the Four of Pentacles up here. Like, he wants to provide the stability for you, okay? He wants to come in and he wants to offer his love, right? But like, this is a learning experience for him too. I choose to learn through love, right? Like, and through this, okay, he's seeing truths about these other people that are around him as well, right? Because when I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love, okay? So all of a sudden, now that this love has touched his life, I don't want to say enter his life, because it's not currently in his life, right? Like, this balancing act that's occurring is what's currently happening in his situation, right? But once this love came in and kind of touched his life, okay, it really sort of made him open up his eyes in terms of his behaviors and the people that he was letting in here, okay? Because like, I just kind of get the sensation, you guys, there's a lot of people around him here who have, well, okay, first off, negative things to say about him, okay, because I'm being drawn towards like all of these like arrows kind of being shot at him, okay? So a lot of negativity, and this is probably in his immediate environment, probably his family too, like kind of bringing him down a little bit, like, well, no, you can't have this, no, you can't have that, you know, you must do this, you must do that, right? And he's kind of sitting there like scratching his head, well, like, I've got this soulmate, right? And he doesn't understand why you're not in his life, right? Because, like, to me, share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution, expression here on the feminine side, okay? You stood up for yourself in some way, shape, or form. Like, you spoke out, okay? You said something, and I think it kind of threw him off, right? Because it's like attack, pain, fear, okay? It's just like, it's a call for help, and I think maybe he realizes that, okay? And is trying to, okay, like the Seven of Wands is here, okay? And this is very true. We're in a fire reading here, you guys. So I have the Seven of Wands, okay, indicating like there's some blockages here, right? But through this message, he wants to put down this other wand, okay, the additional wand that he's carrying around with him, and become victorious here in the Six of Wands, okay? And he's trying to do that, okay? It's just, like I said, these people around him are dragging him down. And I kind of get the sensation like he hasn't told the whole story to whomever is associated with this, right? So it's kind of just like a little bit of everything kind of coming at him here a little bit. You guys, like, work isn't necessarily... things aren't the same since you've met him, okay? This is the message that I'm getting. Things aren't the same since you've met him, right? So the daily, like, tasks, the mundane things, such as, like, going to work or, like, eating dinner even, right? Like, don't feel the same. Food doesn't taste as good no matter how much spice you put on it, right? Because, like, it's missing the spice of life, right? Like, and so he is craving this reconciliation here, right? And the Four of Pentacles, it's absolutely affirming this for me here, especially with the Knight of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles, is affirming for me, like, this is absolutely what he wants, and he is determined, okay? And I do kind of see this, it's in the heart of the matter here, but I see this really, like, the masculine is craving for this, okay, because there's such a strong magnetic attraction to his feminine, okay, that he's having a hard time accepting the fact that you guys aren't together, right? And he's like no, and it's like the Ace of Swords is here, so it's time to speak some truth, okay, you guys. And then on the feminine side, I have the Ace of Wands, okay. So this affirms for me a twin flame union, okay, because we're looking at fire and ice here, fire and ice, fire and water. So this could be the type of connection that you guys are dealing with here, okay. However, you guys could be dealing with a Gemini or an Aquarius as well, okay. Feminine, you're either an Aries or a Leo. You guys, I didn't specify in the beginning, so one side could be fire, the other side may not be, both sides may be. I don't know. You have to discern this reading for yourself and apply it as it fits. Okay. You guys, on the feminine side, very, very good news coming here. So we have the Sun. So this is good news arriving. Okay, this is a happy marriage and heralding the birth of a child here. Okay, so new beginnings here. The Ace of Wands, the Sun. We have new beginnings here that are very, very positive. Okay, moving the feminine into a more positive light, a more positive. phase in her life. Okay, awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. You see what I mean? Like there's new beginnings here. There's a freshness that's associated with this feminine. Okay, like after this deception has happened. Okay, and there's a reminder here, like it's safe for you to love. Okay, so you're proceeding on the right path here. Okay, so I also have devotion. Tune into the portal of your heart, inner temple here, okay? Indicating you guys, the feminine is really doing some work with this religious factors, okay? Like this is definitely a spiritual practice here, okay, that you're undertaking, you guys. So and in all fairness, okay, you're probably growing from a spiritual point of view as well here, okay, as well as the masculine, because on the masculine side I do have the age of light, right? Training for this for the lifetimes, like this, it's like, okay, I want to be in this picture. See, like this is the masculine here. Say, like I belong to this, right? And you see this here, like how these two people are connected here by the finger. Their heart chakras are fully activated here, okay? So there's this deep connection that the feminine is feeling towards this masculine, okay, you guys? This card also like indicates to me telepathic connection between the two of you guys, like an unspoken bond type thing, right? Where it's, and again, like a tethering to one another here, right? Because like in the masculine's mind, okay, regardless of like who, like regardless of the fact that he's having a hard time like weighing things out, okay, and he's not really like sitting in the power and all of these things, okay, he still knows what he wants, okay, and he wants the feminine. Right now, what he's trying to like understand is like, okay, why aren't we together? Why is this flirting happening with other people? So and this deception on the feminine. So feminine, you may be going out flirting with other people, or something like that, okay? And it's kind of triggering him a little bit. Like either way, okay? You guys, he's very, very triggered because like it's for yourself. And like you see this unicorn, how she's sitting here in like in this little cage, okay? It's actually kind of ridiculous. Her legs look taller than the cage. She can step out of this at any given point in time, okay? Free yourself and take back control, right? But she chooses to stay in the cage because it's safe. It's what she's known her whole life type thing. And that's kind of what the masculine's like going through, like, okay, this is what I've known for so long, okay? This is what I've been, right? And it's like, okay, I don't want to be that, right? Like, I get the sensation here, there's a mirror. The masculine doesn't like to look in the mirror, right? Because it's like, okay, I don't, and it's could be metaphorical or it could be actual, like that, like it's very possible that the masculine isn't happy with the way that he looks or thinks that this has something to do with his looks, okay? But I am seeing the mirror. But what I'm essentially picking up on from this, okay, is that the masculine just like doesn't want to look at himself in the mirror, okay, because of this behaviors or because of these activities that he's been going through, okay? Whatever this flirt and the pay attention to the red flags are, okay? And it's like, I think it's possible that these are women coming into his life, okay? And you guys, I do get the sensation that there's multiple women, okay? And like some of them he sleeps with and some of them he doesn't, right? But they're not all, like, trust me, they don't compare to you, okay? Feminine, because I have this religious factors here, okay? Again, indicating to me, like, this is a representation of standards, as well as, like, upbringing, spiritual path, but, like, more so I see it standards, right? Like, okay, like, you have a certain standard, right? Like, you're divine, of course. You're the divine feminine, right? So, of course, any sort of flirtatious energy that comes into his life isn't going to compare to that divine feminine, okay? And I also think that, like, he's using these flirtatious connections as a way of communicating with his feminine in a weird way, okay? And it's not like the feminine's getting the messages unless it's filtering to her through other people. So he may be doing that. He may be talking to somebody and providing them with information so that it goes back to you, is what I'm kind of picking up on here, okay? And like he might be trying to make something happen here, okay? But listen, my utter experiences are a reflection of my internal condition, okay? Indicating to me here that, particularly on the masculine side, okay, he's very, very hurt about this, very kind of like almost depressed that he's not with this feminine, okay? Because it's like I said, the King of Swords is upside down with the Two of Swords, okay? And this can be very depressing because it's like, okay, I know I'm the King of Swords, right? And the King of Swords is a very powerful, very respected person, okay? Achieves his goals easily, is very, like, very mentally agile, very emotionally controlled, okay? But reverse, he has all of those things oppositely, right? And especially here with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, it's just like, it's like, geez, like I can't execute my power, okay, or my control anymore, right? And coming to terms with that, right? Like, and again, this has been a security blanket for him, okay? And one in which it's very difficult for him to release that, like this false mask, okay? I know it's on the feminine side here, but it's like it's removing this mask, okay? That's kind of this difficult task for him to do. He doesn't know that he can do it. And you guys, like I said, it might be coming back to physically looks, right? Like there could be an actual mask associated with this on some level. And it's like, I don't like the way I look. I don't know that I can show you the way that I look. But like he has nothing to worry about. This is just kind of self-esteem. So this transformation is happening, right? Things are changing at a cellular level. Okay, so he's undergoing this transformation. You guys, some of you guys, this might be physically. He might be changing the way that he looks, changing his hairstyle, or like perhaps like working towards achieving a better body, this sort of thing. Okay, on the feminine side here as well, you guys, I have the Emperor card. He is terrified that somebody is going to come in and take you. Terrified, okay? Because this Emperor card is essentially who he wants to be, okay? He wants to be the one in charge, the one at the top, the father, okay? He wants to have children with you. He's seen children with you as well, you guys, is what I'm seeing here. And that's why this pay attention to the red flags is up here, because, like, he's really, like, he's showing all these flirtatious energies around him, okay, that he's not that he's not like a father figure. He's really doing everything that he can to push them away. And it's, again, through this attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help, okay? So he's really trying to, like, back them off here, is what I'm sensing in the Seven of Wands, okay? Like, no, no, no. Like, and it's like swipe left, swipe left, swipe left, swipe left, swipe left. Nothing is really catching his attention anymore, right? Because he has the soulmate on his mind, right? And the soulmate being this divine feminine, okay? Now, also here, feminine, we have Keepers of the Earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you, okay? With this inner temple card, right? Again, so you guys, like, this is talking about a spiritual practice, you guys, like working on ourselves, doing some inner healing, okay? Because we have the healing family issues. So we're working on healing our inner child, okay? We're working on healing these issues that came up as a result of this connection here, okay? And then we have my vibes speak louder than my words, okay? Indicating to me that, again, you guys are vibrating on a high frequency, okay? And the masculine is feeling it. He can feel this, okay? He has a sixth sense, excuse me. Okay. Seventh sense is what this is, was what the ball wants to tell me. So I'm not 100% sure what that means, but anyways, he has that extra sensory gift in which he can feel things, right? Like feel vibrations, feel energies, okay? And this telepathic connection has probably been stronger on his side than it has been on the feminine side, right? Because I get the sensation that maybe the feminine side just isn't necessarily believing too much of it. It's like, yeah, okay, maybe, but you know, I'll believe it when I see it. This is what the religious factors is kind of indicating. Like, I'll believe it when I see it, right? In regards to this connection. So it's like, okay, I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided, okay? So it's kind of indicating that, like, yeah, okay, there's a trust factor associated with this, and moving forward in this direction. But again, it's kind of like, I'll believe it when I see it. And this is what the dragonfly is saying here, right? Like when you come to me, okay, and show me that you actually want to be with me, okay, then maybe we can talk, right? But right now, how can I can't necessarily go on the way that I've been going on here, okay? Because I find a deeper meaning and personal growth amid the discomfort, okay? This has been a very challenging, trying time for this feminine, okay? So essentially, like, again, like it's hard for her to sort of invest in something like this, which is like, okay, well, a telepathic connection, these sort of things, okay, when it's like there's other things in life that's needing to be focused on. This Ace of Wands, okay, this new beginning, like it's like, okay, it's time to build up, it's time to build up my wands. We're dealing with a fire reading here, right? And of course I have the Six of Wands, I have the Seven of Wands, I have the Ace of Wands, right? The 14 of Wands, the Five of Wands, right? So like this is talking about easing this conflict, okay, that's happening in our in the feminine's life here at a current moment. And know you're supported, because there's a stream of love supporting my dreams, okay? So know that you're being supported in that. But again, it's trying to resolve that conflict within us, or again, trying to rise above the competition you guys, because I do get the sensation that there's a few things going on in which it's kind of like, okay, you're feeling like you're in a competitive environment, okay, or people around you are feeling the need to compete with you, okay, or like almost shut you down in some ways too, you guys. But again, like there's just a few different things going on, right? So it's like, okay, we're just trying to hold our balance here in the Emperor, trying to stay in our power, okay, and move forward in a positive way. Like despite this discomfort, okay, we're gonna find growth and meaning, and we're gonna move on here. And up here at the heart of the matter, we have trust your path. If you knew you'd be supported, what would you do? Okay, this connection would be very different if you knew that you'd be supported. Okay, if the masculine knew that he could come to you, okay, without being rejected, or without being shut down quickly. Like I get the sensation that you guys just want to shut things down quickly because of how guarded you are at the moment. Okay, and it honestly it makes sense. Like looking at the cards, I can see why, right? Like it's like, okay, like no, I've got some things that I need to do here. Very, very important things. Okay, things that if I don't do, are really going to be affecting my life more negatively than this already has, right? Like, because like, okay, healing family issues and it's safe for you to love. Okay, I get the sensation that this person has taken away your trust that it is safe to love, right? Or perhaps like you're like, I don't even know that I want to like go with anybody else right here at the moment. Okay. And this is how you're thinking about it. Like you're like, okay, this religious factors. Like I think feminine, you kind of shifted and was like, you know what? I don't like. I want marriage. I want children. I want a family. It's safe for me to love, and it's like I really have to get to know another person before I'm going to be able to get there. So right now, I get the sensation that the feminine is just more focused on career and more tangible things. Okay, moving further away from love, and it's not a bad thing. Like it's actually bringing more love into her life, right? But this awakening, this new way of being, okay, it's like, no, I gotta know the new me now before, right? And the masculine is just like I said, he can feel you pulling further, further, further away. And it's terrifying him because, like I said, he's seen himself as the father of your children, okay, as your husband. He's seen himself like waking up with you. He's seen what Christmases look like for you with you, okay, and like all of these different things, right? So he's absolutely terrified that it's going to be somebody else sitting in that chair. He's terrified of it, okay? And part of it is because of these women that are in his, like, and it's not to say that, like, they're not good people, because, like, a lot of them are, okay? It's just the point that, like, for him, perhaps they kind of go below his standard in comparison now, right? Because, like I said, he doesn't see things the same way now that he did before you guys had met, right? So there's a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety here on the masculine side, right? And him trying to get himself on stable ground here, okay? The Knight of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles, okay? He's trying to find the stability within himself here, okay? To make this happen, right? And he wants to work with you. The Three of Pentacles is working collaboratively with somebody to build something, okay? And what he wants to build is this future that he's seen, right? He wants to bring this visualization, okay, into reality, into focus, okay? And what's happening through this, and it's frustrating as hell from him, is that like whenever he's doing whatever ritual that it is that he does to try to manifest something, because like, anyways, there is something very, very specific associated with the moon, okay? And he knows it, and it's very, very calculating because he's a very smart person. He is showing us the King of Swords, okay? Regardless as to whether or not he's upside down or in the upright, okay? He is a very, very smart, calculating person, okay? But these manifestations that he's bringing in are bringing in this flirtatious energy that says, pay attention to the red flags, right? And this energy that he's trying to get away from, unbound, and say no, okay? And what this is, okay, is the universe is actually testing him, okay, or has tested him, that it's like, okay, are you really ready to say no to this? So that you can move on and that you can be a little bit happier with this person who you want, right? And this is what this transformation is. Like, if this is testing him, okay, you guys, this is also Scorpio energy here, okay? So your masculine, you could be dealing with a Scorpio, or even if they have Scorpio in their chart somewhere in a very like auspicious like placement, this could be very difficult to deal with, right? Especially if you are a Leo's, Aries, or a Sagittarius, right? And you guys, I have Leo and I have Aries here on the table. And Wands. So absolutely, all of the fire signs are out here, okay? And yeah, and this is going to be moving forward. Okay, I do get the sensation. Okay, this masculine is going to be coming towards this feminine here at some point. Just that I do have the Six of Wands and I have the Lovers, right, with the star. So it's like this is going to come. This is going to come in which this connection, which he comes to his feminine. Okay, ready to commit, ready to commit. Now, where the feminine's at that time, I don't know. Okay, because you guys, what happened here? Really push the feminine into like a whole different like direction. Okay, so by the time the masculine kind of gets to know or like comes back around her, you guys, there is a very high possibility of somebody else being in her life, okay, or being around her, okay, because like the flirt, the pay attention to the red flags, so she could just generally have flirtatious energy around her, okay, and this triggers the masculine to move forward. You guys, I also get the sensation here that the feminine may become more out of touch or out of reach for him. Okay, and he already feels as though she is out of reach, like she's out of his league, or she's out of she's unattainable to him for some reason, right? But at the same time, like we do have this separation type thing happening. But yeah, like the masculine feels as though she's unattainable, as though she's not going to look back at him. She's going to move forward and forget him and move on. Okay, this thought in the masculine is creating this anxiety. Is creating this like depression almost within the masculine energy. Okay, because it's like, okay, no is here. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. Like, no, she's not going to take me back. No, I can't get her back, right? Like, and you guys, this in all fairness could very potentially be the people around him as well that are putting these ideas into his head. Okay, like parents, like, oh no, you fucked that up, so let's move on to the next, right? This sort of thing, okay, or people in his environment are just telling him like, no man, this girl, like she's moving on, or like she like I saw her with this one or talking to that one, this sort of thing, right? So he's like, oh man, no, blah blah blah. But like I don't get the sensation here, you guys, that he's getting the whole picture. I think he's getting tidbits from different information, from different places. And I don't know that it's all, I don't think that's untrue information. Like, I don't feel like people around him are lying to him. Okay. But they're tidbits is what I'm picking up. Like the people that are telling him what they're telling him don't know the whole story. So it's kind of, yeah, it's kind of just like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And there's some really like kind of defeating energy around this for the masculine, right? And then it kind of comes back to this like, okay, open my phone, who am I going to flirt with now? And it's like, I don't want to flirt with any of these fucking people, right? Even though, like, you guys, there's some really attractive people that are coming around his energy, okay? And successful people, and like just a few different, a different, like I said, things have changed for him since he's met you, right? So like his standards kind of went from here to here, a little bit, right? And he's meeting, so okay, standards here, he's meeting women that are like just here, like they're pretty much there. To me, they're equal, right? But like to him, it's like, no, you're not my divine feminine. So it's like, no, I'm gonna pass on that. I'm gonna pass on that, right? And so, and again, going back to these people in his environment, going, man, what are you doing? What are you doing, right? And he's like almost afraid to say, well, I don't want them, I want her, right? Like he doesn't want to say that because that is that's a vulnerability, right? And this is what we're not allowing ourselves to be. The Two of Pentacles, right? It's in reverse. We're not making this decision. We're not allowing ourselves to be vulnerable here. So, guys, instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good for all. Okay. So he's trying to surrender the outcome, and it's very difficult. It's very, very challenging for him. Okay, because again, he can't stop thinking. And in all fairness, you guys, it's probably on the feminine side as well. These two people can't stop thinking about each other because there's so much love here and this reconciliation and this attraction. And when I lean towards love, I'm led. Okay, but it's like, let's speak our truth. Let's speak our truth here in the Ace of Swords, okay? And let's start again. The Judgment card, the second chance. Let's start this again. Okay, let's do this right. Let's do this right here, the Four of Pentacles. Let's make this stable. Let's make this last, okay? Let's make this long term, okay? This is the energy that's coming off, okay? And this is what the masculine wants to come forth and do for the feminine, okay? And he knows, and he's trying to build up his energy so that he can be the one who takes that big step here, okay? That transformation, which is allowing himself to feel vulnerable, okay? But also, you guys, trusting his intuition. Stopping listening to the people around him that are trying to defeat him or defeat his energy. And it's not that they are, okay? That's just how he's feeling about it. Yeah, and kind of like moving forward with that and saying, hey, you know what, no, this is what I want, and holding that torch, right, that he holds for the feminine here, because like, again, he wants to provide this, okay, and he wants to be a part of this. He wants to be a part of this, okay, and he, like, given the chance, he's not going to let you pass. He's not going to let you pass him by twice. Okay, you guys, fire signs, that concludes your reading for today. I hope the video has resonated with you. If so, go ahead, like, subscribe, follow, comment, share with your friends, all of these wonderful things, you guys, and I will check you on your next video. Bye.